Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG 2025 FAQs. We'll be taking you through a series of frequently asked questions. Then this series we'll take you through I belong to OBC category or I belong to SC category. What all seats would I be eligible for in All India Counseling? It's a very simple thing, a simple table, but we'll just take you through that for your benefit in terms of understanding that you are eligible for multiple seats so that you don't miss out anything even while filtering in ZyNerd or later filling your choices. We'll look at the eligibilities and all the details, and applying for certificates we'll just touch upon. First, we know that these are the categories that exist in All India Counseling. General you might have selected any one of these only when you are under All India Counseling. Your scorecard will possibly say, admit card might say general, but you might belong to the EWS category. Your application form will mention that. So right now you belong to any one of these categories because in the NEET PG 2025 examination you have selected these categories. In this, if you belong to this category and you have this certificate, then you will be eligible for certain set of seats. That is what we are going to look at. Also note that if you want to change your category, there is a separate video on that. It is not possible to change your category from Gen to any category new. If you have applied an exam as Gen, you can't change your category. But if you have applied in your exam as OBC, SC, ST, etc., during MCC counseling for All India alone, you will be able to change your category from Gen OBC to Gen. In state counseling, anyways, you are going to apply different. This is not applicable for state counseling at all. Whatever you have done in NEET PG 2025 exam, so it does not matter. You can apply as whatever category you want. Same ways, PWD, if you have applied as no, you won't be able to change to yes during the registration, but the other way around. PWD, yes, you applied in the exam, you can change. So that is a change. Right now we'll see what seats each category candidate is eligible for. Obviously, the simplest thing is if I belong to Gen, I am eligible only for Gen seats. I will not be eligible for other reservation seats. We know that the reservation exists in this form: Gen, OBC, SC, ST, and then EWS. This is 10%, this is 7.5%, 15%, 27%, and the rest of it 40.5% goes into Gen category. So that is how the reservation goes. So here, of all the seats, 40.5% goes into Gen, which means if, let us say, on a roster basis, you will see that under Gen these seats are available this year. Unfortunately, if a particular seat is not available under Gen category this year at all, this year you might not be able to take that seat under All India Counseling. This entire session is only regarding All India Counseling. States have a separate reservation, and that is different. So in that seat is available, even if you're rank 2, 3, 1, if that seat is not available under Gen, then you will not be able to take the seat. Last year it would have been available under Gen. On a roster basis, it keeps changing. Usually many institutes have at least 10-15 seats, so one Gen seat will also always be available in All India Counseling in that particular institutes. Usually, if there are PG seats, if there is only one PG seat, geriatric seats, it might rotate across years. OBC candidates will be eligible for OBC and Gen. So basically, SC candidates for SC and Gen. So if you are an SC candidate, you will have 15% seats available here under SC category. You can also compete for the general category seats. So let us say MAMC in pediatrics, for example, has 5 Gen seats and 2 SC seats. So an SC candidate can get these Gen seats or get these SC seats if Gen seats are not available. We'll just look at how that allotment works too. And similarly for every category, EWS category candidates, EWS and Gen. So basically it is very simple. Gen category candidates are eligible for Gen. OBC category candidates, OBC, SC, ST, EWS, Gen plus their category seats. Similarly, if you're Gen PWD, I belong to the PWD category, then I am eligible for general PWD seats and also Gen seats, which are in general. PWD has a 5% horizontal reservation, which means let us say there are 100 Gen seats. From the Gen seats, 5 Gen seats are allotted to PWD candidates. This does not work exactly like in MBBS because MBBS you have larger number of seats. In All India Counseling, the PWD seats also change every year. This year it might be a pediatric seat in one institute. In the same institute, next year it might be a surgery seat. Or in case an institute has 100 PG seats, the 5 seats given to PWD might keep rotating for general PWD, OBC PWD, etc. So 100 Gen seats, then 5 seats PWD in an institute. That is how it works. And Gen PWD are eligible for Gen PWD and Gen. OBC PWD we know. Obviously, OBC PWD are eligible for OBC. They are also eligible for Gen PWD because everybody is eligible for Gen. Similarly, they are also eligible for Gen seats. So a PWD candidate is eligible for PWD seats in their category seats, Gen PWD seats and Gen category seats. That is the logic that we are following. So now we'll quickly, this is basically a very simple session, but now we'll quickly take you through how the seats are available, seats are allotted. So let us say that this is the ranking. First category candidate is an OBC candidate, second candidate is a Gen candidate, third candidate is again, second candidate will consider to be a SC candidate, third candidate is a general category candidate, fourth candidate is a general category candidate, and fifth is again an OBC candidate. Now this is how the ranking is. This is the all India rank. All of them are participating in the counseling. When the seat matrix is put up, all of them, let us say, for the example, we will take that all of them are interested in MAMC radio diagnosis as a seat. We don't know how many are there in MAMC. We'll just take an example of this, but MAMC radio diagnosis will be listed and there will be a seat matrix. The seat matrix will say under MAMC radio diagnosis, this is a split. We are not looking at PWD now. We'll take it as all non-PWD candidates at the top 5. Now, let us say general category seats, OBC seats, SC seats, ST seats, and EWS seats. This is how the split is. And we will consider general category. Let us say general category has 2 seats, OBC has 1 seat, SC has 1 seat, ST has 0 seats, and EWS has 1 seat, let us say. Out of total 5 seats available, this is the split that we have. Clear? So this is the split that we have. Right now, candidate rank 1, candidates are ranked clearly, All India rank 1. This All India rank 1 is also OBC rank 1, right? OBC, within the OBC candidates, he or she is rank 1. All India rank is also 1. This SC category rank 1 is All India rank 2, but SC category rank 2, rank 1, correct? The first ranker within the SC category. So given that that is the case, you will have a category rank when All India quota allotment is there, but that does not matter at all. Allotment will be done as per this rank, in this order only. Just because this person is SC category rank 1, someone will not take up an SC seat first and allot him. After this candidate is allotted, the seat goes to the next candidate. So your category rank is a reference. It will tell you above me how many SC candidates are there. Let us say there is 1000 and then the 1000th candidate is an SC candidate and the category rank says I am 25th SC, 100th SC candidate. Then you will know 100 SC candidates are above me. And you can compare and see last year how many were there and should I take the All India rank correct reference or not. Or after 99 SC seats are allotted, I will definitely get a seat kind of. So that is the reference point. But this 1000th candidate will be allotted after the 999th candidate is allotted, whatever their category is. That is how this works. So now we are looking at MAMC RD seats and we are looking at first an OBC, second an SC, third Gen, fourth Gen and OBC. This candidate is OBC 2. Like we said, doesn't matter. First, this candidate is eligible for what seats? We know the eligibility. This candidate is eligible for OBC seats. All of them are giving MAMC radio. Everybody is looking at MAMC radio only first. So not that you should apply for MAMC radio, but that is the case. Now, first candidate is an OBC candidate eligible for OBC and Gen. These two buckets the candidate is eligible for. So what will happen? When an OBC seat is available and a Gen seat is available, system will allot a Gen seat first. That is a rule in most of the states. So system will allot a Gen seat, take away one Gen seat out of the 2 and allot it to this candidate. This candidate has got an MAMC radio seat. This candidate was an OBC candidate, allotted a Gen seat because the candidate is eligible for. An OBC seat is also available, but the Gen seat is allotted because that is how it works. And SC candidate, second one is an SC candidate. What is available for them? The candidate is eligible for SC or Gen seats. One Gen seat is available, one SC seat is available. System will allot again the Gen seat, and this Gen seat has become nil now. The first 2 candidates have got the Gen seat of MAMC radio. Usually within the first few, this is not how it will be. For this purpose of explaining, we are going ahead with it. Now the third candidate is a Gen candidate. The third candidate being a Gen candidate, the third candidate will be looking for MAMC radio diagnosis. His or her first choice is MAMC radio diagnosis. The third candidate will not get an MAMC radio diagnosis. The third candidate's second choice will be taken up. The third candidate's second choice is MAMC pediatrics, and there is one Gen seat. Even if there is one Gen seat, this candidate will get the MAMC pediatrics, which is his second choice. System does not move on to the next candidate. MAMC radio is not available. Clearly checking, this candidate is eligible only for Gen seats. So the third candidate second choice is taken, and then if there is a seat vacancy, that will be allotted. So if MAMC Pediatrics has at least one gen seat, it has 2 gen seats, that will reduce to 1, 2 means, then it will reduce to 1, and MAMC Pediatrics will be allotted to this third candidate. Fourth candidate is again a gen candidate. The candidate puts in some other, let us say instead of MAMC RD, puts in some other specialty as the first choice, that the candidate might get if that is available. If not, system will come and check here and then go no seats, so it will go on to the next one. Fourth candidate will be allotted something other than MAMC radio because general seats are not available. Fifth candidate is now as an OBC candidate. Fifth candidate comes in and sees general and OBC the candidate is eligible for. First choice is MAMC radio for this candidate, and so the general seat is first allotted. No, it is not possible. Is checked, it is not possible. So an OBC seat is allotted. OBC becomes 0. This candidate gets an MAMC RD seat, radio seat. Now what goes on? Next, if there is an SC candidate or an EWS candidate at some rank, might be 50th rank, 100th rank, they will get these seats. But beyond this rank 5, you will not have Gen, OBC, SC candidates, Gen, OBC candidates taking seats. Will an ST candidate get a seat beyond this? No, obviously. The ST candidate should have been within the top 2 to get this seat under the general category. So that is how it works. This is the rule of how the allotment works. Now, how is the split as Gen, OBC, SC, ST, EWS? That is through a roster that changes every year too. So that also matters. This is the reason why we are saying. So when you're filtering on ZyNerd, please filter on your categories, not only OBC but also OBC and Gen, to know that some seats might be only under the Gen category. Does not mean you will not be eligible for them. Let us say here in this scenario, an SG high, a first ranker, what might have got a, if the ST candidate is the first ranker, the candidate might have got MAMC radio diagnosis because there is a Gen seat. So always filter. Usually for OBC, the Gen closing and OBC closing are pretty closer, so please don't miss it out. For ST candidates, if there is a single seat under general and you are a good ranker, then you might opt for that seat, so please don't fill that out. Please don't miss that out. That is how the entire process of eligibility works and how the allotments work. We have a detailed session on this too, but currently I think this should be sufficient for you to start. Thanks a lot for watching.